Do you ever feel like someone's behavior toward you is intense, even when they insist they're not that attached? Emotional addiction isn't love, and it's not harmless. It's dependency in its rawest form. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 signs someone is emotionally addicted to you, even if they'd never admit it. These signs reveal the uncomfortable truth about how some people anchor their entire emotional stability on others, and by the end, you'll recognize them whether they're in your life right now or someone you've dealt with in the past. Let's get started. 1. They can't handle your silence. Pay attention to how someone reacts when you're not immediately responsive. Do they spiral into anxiety? Bombard you with messages? Someone addicted to you emotionally can't handle not being in constant communication. Silence to them feels like rejection, even when it isn't. This obsessive need for contact stems from insecurity. They rely on your responses to reassure themselves that they still hold a place in your life. Their mind fills the silence with fears of abandonment, and they'll do whatever it takes to end that quiet, even if it means creating drama or guilt, tripping you into replying. When silence triggers someone's desperation, it's not your responsibility to soothe them. Their inability to be comfortable without you is a reflection of their dependence, not a reflection of your behavior. It's not love, it's neediness masked as connection. 2. They make themselves indispensable. Someone addicted to you emotionally will position themselves as someone you can't live without. They'll go out of their way to be helpful, always offering solutions, taking on tasks, or being available at a moment's notice. At first, it might seem generous, but it's more than that. Their underlying fear is that, without being useful, you won't keep them around. They don't believe their presence alone is enough, so they compensate by trying to become irreplaceable. This need to be indispensable isn't about you needing them. It's about them needing you to need them. Watch how they react if you turn down their help or manage fine without them. It's not gratitude or relief, it's discomfort and subtle resentment. They've tied their value to what they do for you, not who they are. 3. They overreact to minor changes in your behavior. Miss a call? Forget to text back? Someone emotionally addicted to you will treat small oversights as major betrayals. They'll analyze your actions, looking for signs that you're pulling away, even if you're not. Their need for control over the relationship means they're hypersensitive to anything that feels like a shift. It's exhausting. You're forced to walk on eggshells, constantly managing their feelings about things you didn't even intend. This isn't a partnership. It's emotional micromanagement. This reaction isn't about your actions. It's about their insecurity. They don't trust the connection to hold without constant reassurance, so even small deviations feel catastrophic. If you've seen this behavior, it's not something that will fade on its own. 4. They insert themselves into every part of your life. Someone emotionally addicted to you doesn't just want to be part of your life. They want to consume it. They'll show up uninvited, insist on being included in events, or even try to connect with your friends and family independently of you. It's not about bonding, it's about control. By embedding themselves into every aspect of your world, they reduce the chances of being excluded. It's a survival strategy for their emotional addiction. If they're everywhere, you can't escape them, and they're constantly reassured of their importance. This behavior isn't just intrusive, it's suffocating. Healthy relationships respect boundaries and individuality. When someone invades every corner of your life, it's a clear sign their attachment to you isn't balanced or healthy. 5. They seek constant proof of your loyalty. Do you still care about me? Would you choose me over them? These aren't harmless questions. They're demands for proof that you're as invested in the relationship as they are. Someone emotionally addicted to you will constantly seek reassurances that you're loyal, even when there's no reason to doubt it. This constant need for affirmation isn't about trust. It's about their fear of losing you. They'll create scenarios or hypothetical situations just to hear you choose them. It's exhausting and manipulative, even if they don't realize they're doing it. Loyalty doesn't need to be tested repeatedly in healthy relationships. When someone makes you feel like you're on trial all the time, it's a sign they're emotionally dependent in ways that are draining for both of you. 6. They struggle to celebrate your independence. Do they seem unsettled when you're thriving without them? Someone emotionally addicted to you might not openly admit it, but your independence threatens their sense of control. Whether it's a new hobby, a career milestone, or even spending time with others, they'll find subtle ways to downplay your wins. It's not jealousy in the traditional sense. They don't necessarily want what you have. They just don't want you to have it without them. Their addiction to you means they see your growth as a potential escape route from the relationship. Pay attention to how they react when you're succeeding. Do they genuinely cheer you on, or do they make comments that center themselves? Their discomfort with your independence is a clear indicator of emotional dependence. 7. They make you responsible for their happiness. I'm only happy when I'm with you? On the surface, this might sound romantic, but it's a red flag. Someone emotionally addicted to you will place the burden of their happiness squarely on your shoulders. If you're not available or responsive, their mood plummets. This behavior is draining. You're forced to constantly manage their emotions, sacrificing your own needs in the process. Happiness isn't something you can provide for someone else, no matter how much you care. When someone makes you the sole source of their joy, they're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for a lifeline. Healthy connections are built on shared happiness, not dependency. If someone's well-being rises and falls entirely based on your presence, it's a sign of deep emotional addiction. 8. They struggle to let go of past interactions. Do they bring up old conversations or conflicts long after they should have been resolved? Someone emotionally addicted to you can't let go of the past because they're constantly replaying interactions to analyze what they mean about your relationship. This fixation isn't about resolving issues, it's about feeding their addiction. By holding on to these moments, they keep the emotional connection alive in their mind, even when you've moved on. It's exhausting to deal with someone who can't let go of every word you've said or action you've taken. Their inability to move forward isn't about closure. It's about clinging to the emotional high they felt in those moments. And it's a sign that their dependence on you runs deeper than they're willing to admit. 9. They struggle to respect your alone time. Do they act hurt or confused when you need space? Someone emotionally addicted to you sees your alone time as a threat. They interpret your need for independence as a sign of disconnection, even when it's perfectly normal. They might disguise their discomfort as concern, asking, "Are you okay?" or "Did I do something wrong?" But at its core, their inability to respect your solitude is a reflection of their dependence. They need constant reassurance that they're still central to your life. A healthy relationship respects individuality. When someone makes you feel guilty for taking time for yourself, it's not love. It's a sign of emotional addiction. 10. They panic at the thought of losing you. The clearest sign of emotional addiction? The mere idea of losing you sends them into a spiral. They'll do anything to keep you close, whether it's making promises, pleading, or even manipulating situations to ensure you stay. Their fear isn't just about losing the relationship, it's about losing the emotional anchor they've built their world around. This panic often manifests as over-the-top gestures or desperate attempts to secure your commitment. They're not trying to strengthen the relationship. They're trying to maintain their emotional survival. It's not about you, it's about their dependency. Recognizing this behavior is crucial. While it might seem flattering at first, it's a sign of an unhealthy dynamic that will only grow more consuming over time. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.